Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes and felt like it understood something you didn't? Like it was thinking something it could never tell you? Scientists have spent decades studying what animals experience at the end of their lives. What they found is going to change how you see every animal around you, because what happens in an animal's mind right before it dies is not what anyone expected. For most of history, humans assumed animals had no awareness of death at all. They were wrong. The first clue came from elephants, the largest land animals on Earth. Elephants mourn their dead. When an elephant dies, the herd returns to the bones, sometimes years later. They touch the bones with their trunks. They stand in silence. Researchers have observed this behavior for decades. They have no other explanation except grief. Dogs show something even more unsettling. They seem to know when death is near. There's a famous nursing home cat named Oscar who would sit with patients in their final hours. Staff noticed that whoever Oscar chose to sit with died within hours, over 100 times. Doctors eventually used Oscar as a warning system. How? Scientists believe Oscar detected biochemical changes, specific smells that occur as the body shuts down. The cat wasn't predicting death, it was smelling it. Back to elephants, because their behavior goes even further. Elephants have been observed leaving their herd when they know they are dying. They walk away from the herd, alone, to a quiet place. Why? Researchers believe it may be to protect the herd from predators drawn to the dying, but some researchers think it is something more, a choice, a farewell. Dolphins show something that shocked marine biologists completely. Dying dolphins sometimes beach themselves, but their pod stays with them. The healthy dolphins won't leave. They stay for hours, sometimes days. In 2008, researchers documented a mother dolphin carrying her dead calf for days. She wouldn't let it go. Scientists call this grief behavior, the same word they use for humans. Now, here is where it gets even stranger. Crows hold funerals. When a crow dies, other crows gather around the body, sometimes hundreds of them. They go silent. They observe. Then they leave. Researchers at UC Davis found that crows remember danger near where a crow died. The funeral isn't just grief. It's a community learning from death. Death becomes information, shared across the group. Back to dogs. Because what dogs do in their final hours is something every pet owner should know. Many dogs seek out their owners in their final hours. They follow them from room to room. They want to be close. Veterinarians report that dogs often become unusually calm, more affectionate than ever, as if they know, as if they are saying goodbye. Nobody can prove what they are thinking, but nobody who has been there doubts it either. Scientists have also studied what happens in animal brains right before death in laboratory conditions. In 2023, a study from the University of Michigan found something extraordinary. In the seconds after cardiac arrest, even when the heart stops, the brain doesn't go quiet. It surges. Brain activity spikes to levels higher than normal waking consciousness. The brain, in its final seconds, becomes more active than it has ever been. What is it doing? What is it experiencing? Some scientists believe this surge is the brain replaying memories, all at once. Every person it ever loved, every place it ever knew, playing simultaneously. Not a goodbye. Maybe more like a greatest hits. Horses show awareness of death in a completely different way. When a horse in a herd dies, the other horses stand near the body for hours. But more remarkable, horses that were close companions show visible behavioral changes for weeks. They eat less. They pace. They look for the missing horse. Vets now recognize equine grief as a real clinical condition. So what are they thinking? Right at the end? We can't know for certain, but the evidence points in one direction. The last thing most animals seem to think about is the ones they are connected to. Not food, not fear, connection. The same thing, it turns out, that humans think about. Studies of humans in their final hours show the same pattern. People don't think about their possessions. They think about the people they loved. And animals, it appears, think about the same thing. The dying elephant thinks of its herd. The dying dog thinks of you. The dolphin thinks of its pod. The crow thinks of its community. Across every species studied, the same thing appears at the end. Others. And that Michigan brain study, the surge of activity at the moment of death? Some researchers believe that surge could be the brain experiencing a final burst of consciousness, a final moment where everything is felt, everything is present, not darkness, not nothing, a moment of everything. Here is the part that should make us rethink everything. If animals grieve, mourn, seek connection, and experience a final surge of consciousness, then the line between their death and ours is thinner than we ever admitted. We built zoos, we built farms, we built a whole story about how different we are, and then an elephant stood over bones it recognized. And the story cracked. We are not alone in knowing that life ends. Tonight, an elephant somewhere is standing over the bones of someone it loved. A dolphin is carrying something it cannot let go. A dog is following its person from room to room. Right now, while you watch this, science didn't find out that animals are like us. Science found out that we are like them. Maybe that's been true all along. If this video made you think differently about the animals in your life, go give them something. Your time, your presence. That's what matters to them. Subscribe for more videos like this. Every week we go somewhere unexpected because the animal kingdom has more secrets than we've barely started to understand. See you next time. Oscar the cat is still at the nursing home. By the way, unbothered.